From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, June the 15th, 2017. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met in Greece today with the country's Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras and Cypriot President Nikos Anastasiadis and discussed cooperation in a number of fields, including security and energy, and talks of an undersea gas pipeline from Israel to Cyprus and Greece. Netanyahu lauded the cooperation, saying that there's a simple fact with Cyprus, Greece, and Israel that brings us very close together. We are all democracies, real democracies, noting that this was rare in the region. The three leaders also attended the unveiling of a plaque to mark the construction of a Holocaust museum in Thessaloniki that once was home to a vibrant Jewish community that was almost completely wiped out during the Holocaust. And speaking from Greece today, the Prime Minister also offered his wishes for a speedy recovery for the victims of the shooting yesterday in the U.S. at the Eugene Simpson Stadium Park. Netanyahu said, on behalf of the government and people of Israel, I send our heartfelt wishes for a full and speedy recovery to Congressman Steve Scalise and the other victims of today's tragic shooting attack in Virginia, adding, we stand with the victims, their families, and the American people on this difficult day. Scalise was among 4 people injured in the shooting. He remains in critical condition. U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson once again addressed the issue of the Palestinian Authority's longtime policy of paying out monthly stipends to the families of convicted terrorists. As we reported to you yesterday, on Tuesday, Tillerson told the Senate Foreign Relations Committee that according to what he was told, the PA intended to change this policy. Those remarks were met with denial from a Palestinian official who said no such change was in the works. Yesterday, Tillerson told the House Foreign Affairs Committee that there was an active discussion on the matter between the U.S. and the Palestinians, and that the administration would continue that dialogue, having made it clear to PA President Mahmoud Abbas that the practice of awarding families of terrorists was unacceptable. The members of the Modern Language Association voted yesterday against an academic boycott of Israel. The resolution passed overwhelmingly in a vote of 1,954 in favor of not boycotting Israel and 885 against. It states that endorsing an academic boycott of Israel contradicts the association's purpose, which is to promote teaching and research, and said that such a boycott could curtail debates with representatives of Israeli universities, such as faculty members, department chairs, and deans, thereby blocking possible dialogue and general scholarly exchange. The vote is seen as a victory in combating the BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement that seeks to delegitimize the State of Israel. Author David Grossman has become the first Israeli to win the prestigious Man Booker International Prize for Fiction. Grossman's novel, A Horse Walks Into a Bar, was announced as the winner on Tuesday in London. The book tells the story about a day in the life of a failing Israeli stand-up comedian who is also the son of Holocaust survivors. The Man Booker Prize was launched in 1969 and awards the best novel of the year written in English or translated into English and published in the United Kingdom. A group of Football Hall of Famers arrived in Israel this week, part of a delegation being led by New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft and Pro Football Hall of Fame President David Baker. The Touchdown in Israel 2, We Are All Patriots group includes such NFL legends as Joe Montana, Jim Brown, and Roger Staubach, who will spend a week in Israel and will be hosted by the American football community in Israel at Kraft Family Stadium in Jerusalem this Sunday. The Kraft family has been the leading sponsors of football in Israel since opening the stadium in 1999. And British singer Rod Stewart arrived in Israel this week. The 72-year-old took to the stage in Tel Aviv's Park HaYarkon last night in front of some 20,000 fans, and towards the end of the show, brought Israeli singer Rita on stage to perform with him. Stewart has faced pressure from the BDS movement to cancel his show, but remained committed to performing in Israel, which he did last in 2010. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, June the 15th. At 7 o'clock, it's Talmud Study with Rabbi Mordechai Becker. At 7:30, a discussion of Judaism in relation to the environment. At 8, remarks from Israeli officials at the Jerusalem Post conference. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with JCC Manhattan's Joy Levitt on L'chaim. And at 10, authors Mati Friedman and Nicole Krauss discuss writing about Israel. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, a look at free speech versus hate speech. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, June the 15th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.